pleasure to see you.
An honour.
And an honour.
And you're looking as wonderful as always.
Am I?
Yes.
After that late night last night. And
It was late.
morning
It was
that I
late
had,
for you.
We left early.
I left
We
early
left.
as well. I left 5 minutes after you.
In terms of
And
the...
it's lovely seeing you both again.
Oh, thank you. Do I not get them?
Sahil, are you watching?
So in terms of the festival, you've just finished doing something quite special with kids. Do you want to just tell us a bit about that?
Yes, I've had the wonderful opportunity to mentor a program which is called the Half Ticket. It's a workshop with children, and I think it's a very important aspect of MAMI, and I'm really excited that they're doing this because I think for any society to progress, it's important to communicate, and film is such a important aspect of communication and progress. And I think if children learn to express themselves through their stories, and especially through cinema, my God, the world could be a much better place. And I know that growing up, when I watched children's films or I watched films made by children, I was deeply inspired by them.
And you know, the stories that they were telling, were you surprised at the level that they're at this young age?
Yes and no, because I think the exposure that they have to the world and the information that they're bombarded with every day is going to naturally take them into places that I perhaps at their age would have never thought of going, you know, because there's information. So there's this one kid who wrote her character into Syria, you know, and she discovered the importance of making a difference. You know, she's this abstract character who kind of loves to travel, has no real goals, and is just drifting through life. And she discovers this war-torn region, and she through a friend, and she actually goes to get her friend out of there. And she discovers through her friend what it means to be alive and what it means to make a difference. And this is a story coming out of a 14-year-old.
Wow.
So, you know, at that age, when you were that age, did you kind of know you wanted to be involved with the film industry? Or did you kind of think, I wish there were, sessions like this?
No, you know, I was very fortunate, guys. I went to a school that, encouraged a spirit of inquiry. We love dramatics and elocution and story writing. And I remember my dad used to come and conduct workshops in school where he would say, imagine an elephant laid an egg. And now write a story. And we would be like, but elephants don't lay eggs. So
I was going to say that.
Yeah, so he's like, but in your imagination, it could do anything. You could do anything, right? So why do you want to get, restricted or pulled back by your perceptions of the world? You can change them. You can do anything you want. So imagination was a key ingredient of life growing up. And I know that, like, I remember when I was 8.5, 9, I was dealing with my father's death. And it was a tough time, emotionally, psychologically. And I know that it was my English teacher who urged me to write. And I started writing and expressing myself, and it helped me heal. So expressing and communication can do wonders.
Do you still write?
Yes, I do.
Scripts? Will you be?
I know I do a diary. I write blogs. I write articles.
Do you have a diary you keep every day?
Not every day. That was the discipline of a 16-year-old. I don't have that anymore. But I do write. I do have a diary, which mostly has a to-do list. but it has abstract sections of writing, just
children
expressing.
can inspire. Have these children inspired you to maybe write, maybe make a movie based on your work?
Children always inspire me. I think they're really, the more I think about it, and I think the older I get, I realize that the focal point of my existence is really children, because that's where I'm coming from, and that's where I'd like to go with my idea of life, which is why I probably did the Kids for Tigers film,
Yes,
and the inspiration really is from the fact that I want the world to be a better place for them.
Well, that's...
And that they deserve a better world.
And one thing that we always love about you is beauty with brains, with empathy. You've always championed people. But you're getting involved with the United Nations as well again?
I'm just grateful for the opportunities to to do what I get to do. And it's not easy. It's a lot of work, but I think my idea of happiness comes from there. And we have the Global Citizen happening in
Yeah,
November, which is such a fantastic initiative, and it's also people-driven movement. So I'm hoping that Indians and the young people in our country started becoming more and more participative. I know young children in school are doing a lot more than perhaps they did 20 years ago or 15 years ago in India. So good things are happening.
Well, you're inspirational to Raj and Pablo. That's
Exactly.
all we're going to say.
I love you both.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.